Hey guys, this one's a little bit shameless, but I added a shirt to our store and it's not limited edition. It's in the permanent rotation. In fact, we've added a couple. We've added a Smoking Tire shirt and I've added a West Side Collector Car Storage shirt. I just like the logo. I wanted to put it on a t-shirt, if I'm honest. I'm not saying, I don't know what to say. It's shameless, it is totally absurd, but if you can't keep a car here, if you don't live in LA and you want to support the cause, grab a West Side Collector Car Storage t-shirt. We got them in blue, we got them in a heather gray. The contrast colors look great. And hit the link in the description or just blipshift.com/TST. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a really neat part of the Angeles Forest that we ended up in kind of by accident. I wanted to drive the 39 where I did the Cayenne GTS, and it was closed for a fire. So we had to find an alternate road. This road is very cool, although there's no center stripe. It's very narrow and very blind, so you can't go quite as fast as you can. That being said, welcome to the 2021 Porsche 911 Targa, the 992 Targa. This is a 4S. All Targa models are exclusively all-wheel drive. You can get 4 or 4S. The 4S mechanically is identical to the 4S I drove last fall, with 443 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque from the twin-turbo 3-liter flat 6. The main difference, of course, the roof. The Targa roof, which goes up and down in under 20 seconds, and it is a hard but a soft feeling but rigid center section with a beautiful wraparound glass rear window and the metal brushed roll bar. Let's talk about everything else on the move. Targa 4S is the heaviest 911 you can get. It is 3,681 pounds. And so by that account, it must also be the least enthusiastic, right? It's the inverse of the lightest GT3 RS, at least going on the last generation car. 500 pounds or so is the spread. Having said that, most people would not notice most of the time. The suspension, the steering, everything about the Targa feels like it's set up a little more for touring. It's a little softer. It's very refined. It's very quiet with the top up. And even with the top down, the wind noise is pretty manageable. You can have a nice regular conversation in one of these with it down. However, if you go top down, windows up, say for warmth, right? You get a buffet between 48, ready, starts, and then it goes away. 48 and 58 miles an hour, you get a buffet with top down and windows up. Top down, windows down, it's brilliant all the time. The handling is predictably excellent. Although, to be perfectly honest, with the regular Carrera, the Cabriolet, not Carrera, the Cabriolet S I drove, I had no qualms about the handling there either. The extra weight really doesn't come into play, other than to make this thing feel kind of extra solid, and maybe a little bit softer. Maybe not quite as spry when the torque shove comes on, especially compared to like the rear wheel drive, you know, S Coupe, which is fairly lightweight. Isn't this road awesome, by the way? Going back to a Carrera S powertrain after driving that Turbo S last time, you definitely do get the sensation of substantially more power with the Turbo S. It's 200 more horsepower almost. But man, this is still a really fast car. Look at this, rear steer equipped on this particular vehicle. The Targa 4S is 135K base. This one is 181, pretty loaded up with options. Although, other than the ceramics, it doesn't have any one individual option that's like crazy expensive. It's a lot of like $2,000 and $3,000 options. It has all the performance options. Sport exhaust, and there's your burble tune, right? It's got upgraded wheels, it's got rear steer, it's got Porsche dynamic chassis control. Let's hit that button and activate that now. Stiffen up those shocks. Oh yes, I can feel a few more cracks in the road now. Steering feels a little sharper. Cornering just a bit flatter. Not too abusive, it's very nice. Turn in is still great. You've got those P0s doing plenty of work. This road is so cool, and the 992 is a very wide car, so I'm really focusing, because it's a two-way road, on keeping it as close to that inside as I can without hitting any big rocks. You know, the 911s are very spacious, they're very comfortable, they're very easy to drive slowly. This one has options like radar cruise control and the Bose stereo, CarPlay, so your day-to-day life is pretty easy if you've got one of these. And you should buy one to daily. You should not buy one for special occasions. It's a special experience, but individually this isn't a special thing. It's meant to be used, driven, enjoyed. Miles are cheap. There's about a $15,000 premium on the Targa. And you know, it's really, it's not that different from the convertible, except in the styling. It's funny because I think 911 people, inside they want the convertible, but they don't want to be seen in the convertible. They don't want to be seen as a less than enthusiast, right? Who didn't buy the most hardcore one. So the Targa gives them an opportunity to show their enthusiasm for the brand by buying not a convertible, and then also fundamentally having the convertible experience. Because not only are we talking about open air, but the Targa is based on the convertible platform. It's literally a convertible plus weight, plus more mechanical stuff. Yeah, it looks great. And but like, hang on, more stop here, and I'm gonna finish this video by putting the top up and talking to you about something very important. Is it clear? Yes, it is. Love the turning radius with the rear steer. You gotta come to a stop. You can't operate the Targa roof in motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 seconds. This roof with these kind of soft but solid panels is the same interior you get with the soft top convertible. When you put a soft top up in a 911, it feels the same as if there's a headliner there. It's not just pure cloth. So the experience of driving it, believe it or not, I actually think the convertible feels lighter and more nimble and a little simpler and maybe better. But I totally understand why you'd want this for the look, why you'd want the Targa image, and why you'd want that stunning wraparound glass rear window. It's an excellent throwback to the Targas of the 70s and the 80s. So thank you to Porsche for letting me have a go. The Targa is beautiful. The roof works great. It looks cool. It's expensive, you know, it's expensive. But if you want to drive a convertible without looking like you're driving a convertible 911, this is the way to go. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. And remember, always fight your tickets. Go to offtherecord.com/TST or use code TST10 on the Off the Record